After we put the slits into the side piece here, they're going to allow a little shelf to slide in there and stay in place. We're ready to now move on to the next part, which is going to be the base, and the base is going to fit into this joint down here. So what we can do is, down the bottom left, you've got Part Studio 1, which is your first part. There's always going to be assembly here. That's going to be like the end part when you put everything together. But to the left of it, you got a plus. So if you press the plus for insert a new element, you can insert a various amount of different things. So what we're going to do is we're going to do another Part Studio, because we're just creating one more part. And we will have we'll have 4 parts altogether before we ever look at creating an assembly. So I'm going to go to Create Part Studio, it'll load up. Now we created the side pieces on the right plane, which made sense because it stands vertically. Now on the top plane, we're going to create the base, because the base is going to be like sitting on the table or wherever you decide to put it. But basically it's horizontal. So it just makes the most sense to work on your top plane. So I'm going to select the top plane, I'm going to look at it perpendicularly, and I'm going to press sketch. So I'm ready to go. Again, the same as we've done before, really simple, just we're going to draw a rectangle. So I've got my corner rectangle, always starting in the center because it needs to know where it is. I'm going to press, move out, randomly, whatever size. There we go. So it's 72 by 94. That doesn't matter at all. What we're going to do is we're going to make it 200 by 150. So I'll go to dimension. I'm going to select this line. The horizontal line is going to be 200. Then I'm going to zoom out because I can't see it. And the right or the left line, I'm going to make it 150. Okay. Again, I know that that's fully... it recognizes that it's fully defined because it's completely black. So I can press OK. Or I won't press OK, I'll actually just extrude it now. Remember, all we're doing is we're using 4mm. So I'm going to press 4, enter, enter. There we go. So now if I look here, there you go. Nice and simple. You've got your basic shape of your base piece. So again, I'm going to look perpendicular to the top, and I'm going to again press on the face and sketch. Now what I need to do is, because I know that it's joining to the side piece, so like this one here, again you can flick through them if you needed to know like sizes or anything like that. It's very simple. Just flick through here. You can play with your design tree on the side here just to see what sizes there are, and then go back and update your own one. So just looking here, I know that my base piece is going to join in here. So for example, let's have a look at sketch 2. So I can see that the overall size of it is 150, which I've done. The joint is 50, and the gap between the edge and the joint is 50. So it's just 1/3 of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press OK. I went back, had a look at what size it should be. So now I know that sketching here, I can just literally do the exact same thing. I've got a joint on the left hand side, and I've got a joint on the right hand side, and I'm going to make them whatever size I want. Again, it doesn't matter. I like to make them nice and big because it's way easier to select them. So to dimension, I'm going to select this line, and here the distance is going to be 50. The distance of my joint is going to be 50. Remember, 1/3. And then the thickness of my joint is also going to be 4mm. Okay. And actually, I made a mistake there because that's going to have to be moved up here. So I'm going to change that to 0. So that's up the top now. I need to replicate it down here because I need to cut these out so that there's a joint in the center. So I'm actually going to draw from the bottom corner up, over here from the bottom corner up, and luckily this rectangle here actually just kind of followed this one. So again, I'm going to make this 50. I'm going to make this one 50. Here, bottom left, that's 50. Oh, if I go back, that's already got a dimension on it. Again, I'm going to make this 4. I'm going to make this one 4. Now there is quicker ways of doing this, but I think while we're learning the very, very basics, we don't want to make it too difficult for ourselves. 4. So I've got my 4 joints there. What I'm going to do is extrude. So for these ones, I don't want to add anything. So if I'm adding, they're going to be putting like kind of 4 legs on it. I'm going to remove, and it's got 25 millimeters on it. It's only 4 millimeters. There's different ways you can do it. If it was like a big thick piece, you can just press through wall, which is really simple, and it does it all for you. So I'm going to press OK, and there we go. The top piece, if I look at it from isometric, I know that these joints here, so this area here and this area here, are going to fit perfectly into this area here, because, if I go to the right, because you've got 50 from this point to this point, 50 from this point to this point, and then the remaining 50 as well from there to there. Okay, so that is the base completed.